The biggest races now. Let's start off, Drew, with the Breeders' Cup Classic. Arcangelo is the favorite, is withdrawn. How does that impact your handicap?
Ooh, this is a tough one too, because Arcangelo was my horse coming into this one, a spitting image of his father, Arrogate, who was, of course, the Breeders' Cup Classic champion the last time this race was run at Santa Anita. And I think that kind of opens this up. The market, betting market has made Arabian Knight the favorite. I can't get there. I would look, if you like kind of one of the horses at the top of the board, White Abario would be the choice for me. But I'm going to zero in on Saudi Crown here. Morning line had him in the 12-1 range. He's shortened to 10-1 on the fixed odds pools. Now that we know that Arcangelo won't be in the mix here, if you can get him at 10-1, I think that's worth the bet. Saudi Crown definitely kind of has had the right progression to really kind of peak for this race. I think has the speed. And honestly, when the field gets smaller like this, it tends to create a slower race. So I think that puts a little bit less of a premium on speed. And it kind of gives the horses that are going to be coming from off the pace a little bit more of a chance. So let's get Saudi Crown across the line. But I think I think you just have to kind of look for a price in this race at this point.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Let's jump across to the Breeders' Cup Distaff, Female Dirt Horse Championship. What do you make of this race?
Okay, so I did not have a strong opinion on the Breeders' Cup Classic with Arcangelo out, but I do have a strong opinion here. Okay. I don't understand why people are looking past the Kentucky Oaks champion, Pretty Mischievous. She was unbelievably good at Churchill Downs back in May. She has backed that up with pretty impressive results throughout the summer, winning at Belmont Park in a Graded 1 stakes, winning at Saratoga over the summer in a Graded 1 stakes, slipped a little bit in her race in September, her prep race here. But that is basically the exact same progression that she went through on her way to running away with the Kentucky Oaks back in May. So Pretty Mischievous, I think, is the horse to beat in this race. There are a lot of very accomplished fillies, but knowing that I think that really has, that I have seen at least, the top speed that can match Pretty Mischievous here. Just for the record, Idiomatic is the current morning line favorite with Clairiere, Adair Manor, and Search Results behind. All four of those horses have flaws in this type of field that I think kind of open the door for a horse like Pretty Mischievous to come in at a pretty decent price here. So if there's one kind of wild outlier, why is this horse not the favorite in the field and on Saturday? I think it is the Distaff, and I think it's Pretty Mischievous.
Okay, Pretty Mischievous it is. Let's close out talking about the Breeders' Cup Turf, highly anticipated race. What's your handicap of this one, Drew?
This is the race of the day. In fact, a lot of people, I think, have made the trip to Southern California and Santa Anita just to see this race. This is the deepest field. This is the most competitive field, and this is the most difficult handicap. As I look across the draw, I was hoping the draw would help me kind of toss a couple of these horses, but it really didn't. And in fact, the fact that Warlike Goddess drew into the 13 here and is 12-1 on the morning line, that's kind of guiding me in that direction. I think this is going to be a little bit of kind of a mixed pace here as we go throughout the race, and that does set up fairly well for a horse like Warlike Goddess, ridden by Junior Alvarado. So many good trainers, so many good turf trainers, so many good jockeys, so many good turf jockeys in this race. It's going to be an extremely tough one to kind of zero in on. But if you can pick the winner of the Longinus Breeders' Cup turf race, I think you got a decent chance at the pick 5, and I'm going to go for a couple of prices because I feel like that's really the way you're going to be able to kind of escalate that ticket. So hopefully Warlike Goddess stays in the 10-12-1 range and can make a good run for us and hit the board, or at least or win outright and get our pick 5s in business. So Warlike Goddess for me in the turf.
Okay, there you go. 2023 Breeders' Cup in Santa Anita this Friday and Saturday, November 3 and 4 on NBC, USA, and Peacock. From Jay Croucher, Drew Dinsick, and Drew Dinsick's hat, everyone enjoy the races.